Yeah, everybody, if you just joined us, we're going to be starting here in just a few minutes. I do apologize. Seems like everybody's having some technical difficulties today. So we're going to be going here very shortly. Thanks for your patience, and I'm going to mute myself here for about 6 or 7 minutes.
The main thing I want to check a pasta in the gate. Okay. Thanks. Happy trails.
Let's do this.
Where are you going?
Driving, man. You know.
No, you're not driving.
Why not? Do
Driving.
you even know how to drive?
Paper creatures to get returned for any reason because you know as much as they love them, he needs a home now more than ever.
Well, hey, everybody, we just got a couple minutes. I'm going to get started. I want to thank everybody really for getting here when we get going. We have really a lot of information I want to share with everybody. And I think you'll be pretty happy. We are recording it tonight. We have made some attempts to try to live stream. I will tell you, I am not the technical person on this. Christian is, and I reached out to her, so she's probably busy right at the moment. But this was something I really wanted to do tonight, kind of give everybody an update where we're at and everything, and try to answer a lot of questions. That is our goal tonight and everything. And let me see if I can make sure we've got everybody kind of muted here. Give me a minute. Oops, wrong way. There we go. There we go. Perfect. All right. Well, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and get started since we are recording this and everything. And as everybody comes on, if they miss anything, they can actually go to the recording and hear it and stuff. I'm assuming that most people here are in the program, have heard this before. And so I'm going to gloss over a few things, but I want to make sure that I spend a little time on the compensation, because that's been a lot of questions, and a few of the other aspects that we have here, because we are very close right now. We've had a few questions on what was happening with the wallets, if the commissions are flowing in. Some people it's flowing in, some it's not. The programmers are working on that right now. It's very important we get all that worked out, because this is going to become what we know as a smart contract, so that the monies that you're earning will happen instantaneously in the future and through this program. So it's very, very important. And as we transition to that metaverse, very important we have all that hammered down. This is probably going to be the most unique program you've ever been in, and I would feel very confident in promising you it's probably going to be the most profitable program you've ever been in. That's something we've worked very hard at, and I will explain as we go further and everything. So that being said, let me just kind of move forward here and go ahead and take us on to the next screen. So as you know, guys, you are with NFT Rewards. And first I want to say a big shout out, thank you to all the people on Telegram that have helped us with editing stuff. And I mean, you name it. The people that are part of this program right now are extremely engaged, very helpful. And they're going out of the way to help people that aren't even in their team, which I'm very glad to see, because this is really something that we all kind of need to pay it forward to make sure that we're helping anybody that has a challenge, lift them up and help them get going. I think we can all remember the times where we all were doing something and we might have not understand it or understood the whole process very well. And I see a lot of people on the channel taking the time to explain and help everybody. So I really want to thank you. But anyway, this is a very unique marketplace. I have searched and searched and searched, and I cannot find an NFT penny auction. So I know that we're the first. When I talk to people literally around the globe, I have to take a little bit of time and explain that to them. And once they get it, once the light bulb goes off, you can see it in their eyes. They are like, wow, what an idea. Wish we had thought of that. I mean, it's just crazy. So as we go forward, I'm going to be talking about NFT rewards. I'm going to talk about the industry in great depth. I want to talk about the profit pool, the numbers that are really going to matter to you. The statistics are very, very interesting, because you've got to know what's going on with these statistics and why this is so important. Of course, the Fast Start program. And I'm going to talk about ownership on this too. I think it's very key. We've had a lot of people reach out to us and have asked, how can I get involved? How can I get involved? Because they understand there's an extremely big payday coming for the people that have shares. So I'm going to go over that too. I think you're going to like what we've come up with, and you're going to like how we have worked it out so that we can actually allow the masses to be involved in it. We had to automate things, and it's not there yet. But so we can't really offer that until we have it automated. But once we have it automated, we're going to open that up for everybody. So let me kind of keep rolling here. So guys, real quickly, NFT rewards. I think everybody understands non-fungible token. I had a lot of people ask me a lot of questions. What is the value in an NFT? And you know, the light bulb really kind of went off. And I said, you know, this is really kind of like income real estate. And I bet you there's a lot of people on this call right now that understand what income real estate, income producing real estate is. Probably a lot of people have owned it. So in other words, you own a piece of property, you're renting it out, you're getting monthly rents. Well, I want you to kind of think about this for a minute. An NFT, if you have a collection Collection could be 10, 100,000, 10,000, you name it. If you have that collection of NFTs working for you, it means that depending on the platform they're on and how they're promoted out there, they could be trading for 1, 2, 5, 10 times a day, depending on the platform. Now, I will tell you, the different platforms out there vary widely in how they're promoted and pushed. So that's really why I think our platform here is going to be very unique and helpful to you. So imagine having a collection of, let's say, 100 NFTs. And when, again, talk about income producing, let's say these NFTs are now producing for you $500 or $1,000 a day, aside from everything else that we're going to show you today. Let's say that they're producing that. That's going to drop into your wallet automatically because there's a smart contract that is created for you. And when you start to understand that, you start to go, wait a minute, this is not such a scary situation. I get that. If I have something out there that is continually traded and I'm always going to receive a percentage, meaning 10% of whatever it trades for, direct to your wallet, this becomes very, very valuable. And as we move forward to get this all integrated into a metaverse, and that is moving forward right now too, just want you to know, we are looking that this platform will be in there probably by sometime September. And because of the shares, we're looking to get this acquired by one of these large investment groups that are actually overseas. And we're talking about people that have put in billions of dollars to push a metaverse. So as we go further here, I'll explain that a little bit more too. So as we go, the industry, NFTs, blockchain certificates, it authenticates the ownership on it. That's what I was talking about, where you would have that continual revenue happening for you. And, there's all types of NFTs out there, guys. There's collectibles, there's financials, there's artwork, there's, stuff that kind of makes you laugh. There's political, you name it. And we plan on having the full gambit of those type of NFTs on here, not just one set thing. It's funny, we had somebody on the Telegram channel the other day, and just jokingly, I said, hey, I've got some NFTs right now. If you want to see one, they want to see it. And I said, I've got one that's a political one. Oh my gosh, they kind of flipped out and like, why are you getting into that? No, I just was going to show you one. I just happened to be looking at them and I was going to copy it over there and show you. And so I thought, wow. So, you never know what you're going to get. But the bottom line is you have to have everything out there. You have to appeal to all masses, all groups, because, myself personally, I get a kick out of looking at all the political things. I really do. Might not be for someone else. They might get a kick out of looking at stuff that are like the board club or something like that, or something that looks like architecture. And they're all going to be there and they're all going to have specific uses. And as you go forward, you're going to find out that these NFTs really become income producing real estate, really, but digital real estate is really what it is. So as we kind of go, we talked about the market. And give me 1 second here, guys. Let me do something really quick here. There we go. All right, so we're going to talk about the market again. And everybody doesn't know this. NFTs really kind of had a market cap around $11 billion. And they're kind of looking like in the next 7 years to have a market cap somewhere around 230 billion. Well, I've got news for you. When they put out these projections, they were already seeing a huge drop in the value in NFTs. What we're doing right now is really going to be revolutionary. We're attracting potentially millions of people to this platform. And you probably heard the past people say that, and I really mean it. We're going to be attracting millions of people to this platform. But it's very important, since we're going to attract those kind of numbers, that we definitely get it in the metaverse. It has to be there. It's for your protection. It's for your protection of your ongoing income and everything else. And for the people that are here right now, you're going to find out that your matrix dollars are going to grow and grow and grow. If you don't realize it right now, if you have a full matrix, and everybody here where you're put at right now, you have a very good shot of having a matrix that has several 100,000 to a couple million in the next 6 to 7 months. And that's not very far-fetched what we're doing. Because if it was just take the high number, a couple million, you're making $20,000 a day only on the matrix, nothing else. I hope you understand that. This is real money, and it's really happening, and it's really dropping in your wallets, okay? The demand had gone down, but what we're doing with this wallet, we're actually going to create a demand for it. I've talked to many, many people in this industry, many, many investors that are heavily invested in this industry. And when I talk to them, they're like going, wow, I can't believe you guys are doing this. This is like, why did anyone else ever think of this? And quite frankly, I don't think we would have thought of it if we hadn't been introduced to some of the right people that explained some things that really just kind of made the light bulb go off in our heads on this one. So as we go forward, make the screen clear here. Just like I said, you could be looking at $20,000 a day just in the matrix. This is a 2x21 matrix. If you haven't looked at it, you've got over 2 million people that potentially could be in there. Now, there is a disclaimer here, guys. The people in that matrix do have to be active. They have to have a bid package. They have to be doing all the things they're doing. It's just, it's how it works. Now, why wouldn't they be? There's really no reason why it wouldn't. Is potential someone's going to miss something one day, or are they going to take a vacation and not do it or whatever? Yeah, those things exist. I mean, with 2 million people, absolutely. There's a lot of things that could happen. But the bottom line is the money is still going to be very substantial because it has to be real numbers. Because it drops in your wallet, it has to be real numbers. It has to mathematically work out. It cannot pay more than it's taken in. So it has to be real numbers. And that's why we're going through all the struggles right now, making sure we get all the little bugs out of it. And again, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to our beta team that has been helping out with that as well. So now the fast start bonus, let me kind of talk about that. We've talked a lot about the 10%, 5%. That's exactly what that is. So you come in, and of course, this is really geared towards the auction is going. Right now, we're in a pre-launch. But you come in and you buy a package. I don't care if it's a $100 package or a $500 package or whatever. And you personally sponsor one person. That person gets a package. You get 10% of whatever it was that they spent. Right then, it drops in your wallet. We've already seen a lot of people take some of the money they're getting in their wallet right now and actually take it to their bank account, which is fine. It's your money. You can do that. Imagine pulling money out to your bank account during the pre-launch. I mean, I don't think there's anything else out there doing that. And this is possible right now. And so then the person that brought you in gets 5%. Very simple. Now, I've explained to a lot of people, I said, you might put in $1,000 or $2,000, and you can use that commissions that are coming in to increase your packages if you want to, or you can pull it out. But remember, these packages do expire in 90 days when the auction is going. So right now they're not expiring, but they will when the auction gets going, okay? So statistics. I want to kind of go into this a little bit here quick. If you're not realizing it, this is kind of a young kid's game. And when I say young kid, I mean young. Most of us on this call right now, I would venture to say we're over 40. Some of us are probably a little bit more than 40. And these young kids that I have met, some of them working with us and everything else, are making millions of dollars because they have large NFT collections. Remember, collections more than one. But here's the crazy thing. These young kids, and when you get to metaverse, that's even more bizarre. I had not heard of a metaverse except in passing over the last couple of years. I could not locate a person that had actually been in a metaverse. until recently. But what I found out was that of these 7+ billion people around the globe, there's about 400 million people each month that log into one of several metaverses, and there's several out there. And the ones that log in there, about 51% of them are about 13 years or younger. So really what that tells me is that those metaverses are really kind of made up of games where they're in there and they're playing against other people. They're in there in the environment, like they're seeing each other and they're playing these games and they love it. They got their VR goggles on and they're dialed in. But the people that have put the billions of dollars towards these metaverses, they need to be recouping their investment, and they're not recouping it right now. As a matter of fact, Facebook, I think, put in close to $30 billion himself in developing a metaverse. And all they have is young kids in there. They don't have anybody that would want to put some type of business in there that would be of interest to people in our age group, our demographic. And that's what we're getting ready to change. That's what's going to make it all worthwhile. They had no idea how to bring people in our age group to go into a metaverse on a daily basis. But now, once we put the NFT rewards in there, you're going into that metaverse. You're going to complete what it is that you're doing for that day for the bidding or whatever, and the money is dropping into your wallet. Now that's kind of cool. It's dropping into your wallet, and you're able to take that money. And by the way, here within a few weeks, we should have some word on when we'll be able to actually issue out these MasterCards, so that you'd actually be able to have the money go to a MasterCard internationally. And we're hearing in a week or two, when you go to the wallet and you want to put some money into the wallet to buy a package or whatever you want to do, or buy some digital currency, you're going to be able to actually use a credit card, and it's cash advance on your credit card. There's a service that's partnering with the wallet that we've brought up and everything. And so you're actually going to be able to use a credit card for that. So that's going to open up a big opportunity for all of our international people. And again, we're 150 country mark at this point, people that are in there. So what does that mean for you guys? Cha-ching, it means more money dropping into your wallet instantly every day. And really, the crazy thing is, as this is happening, you'll probably be able to log in several times a day and keep seeing that money grow once this thing kicks off. You'll literally see money getting deposited in your wallet multiple times a day. True story. So as we get going, I want to talk about the matrix for a second. Hate this graph, but I want to explain it real quickly, guys. As you go down, people look at it and they go, well, a 2x21. They don't realize that all those numbers are cumulatively, and that's why it gets up to the 20,000 like that. So it keeps going and going and going. And I know I have spent a lot of time on this. I want to get to the meat of probably why everybody's on here right now. So again, I covered that, the 10 and 5. Here's what I want to talk about. This is where everybody is getting confused. I've identified 7 revenue sources. We've always usually talked about 3, but I want to talk about this for a second. So anyone you personally invite signs up, you get the 10%, and they have to do that within the first 30 days of the program, meaning if the auction is launched, that 30 days kicks in. Right now, we're in a pre-launch status. The 30 days doesn't take effect until the auction starts up, okay? Revenue source 2, the 5%. Revenue source 3, when you buy a bid package and the auction is live. For example, if you have bought a $1,000 bid package, you're going to have to use at least an average amount, which is going to be roughly about 12 bids a day on that. And so if you have some bonus bids, because you're going to have bonus bids right now too, let's say you had 2,000 bonus bids, now it's going to be about 24 a day. I've had folks tell me, they say, you know what, I don't know if I could do that every day. And I agree with them. I said, I guess you can. I mean, the bottom line is that once this thing gets going, you might be giving up $300, $400, $500 that day not to do it. I totally get it. But what if you have something going? What if you had the hospital? What if your computer died? What if? Well, we thought about that, and we're going to have a feature in there where you can actually put it on auto bid for you, and it'll sit there and do it for you. I would suggest monitoring it, making sure everything's fine, but you can put it on auto bid. The other thing is I had a conversation with a group today about developing an app, and this app would allow you to go in, see everything that's happening in your account, be able to transfer money on the fly from that app to your bank account if you wanted to, or to someone else, because it would also tie into the wallet. And get this, and you're gonna love it. Everybody that you personally sponsored, we couldn't do your entire downline, but everybody you personally sponsored, you could do a push message to them out there. Now, we would have the ability, because we would have like a master app. So we can actually push a message to everybody in the entire company real quickly that would come on your phone. It would flash on your phone. You'd see it. Obviously, we're working out our email situation right now, but to me, that just seemed like a much better deal, much better than Telegram, to be able to push a message out to you like that. I thought that would be kind of cool and get that going. Revenue 4. We really feel it's going to be close to about 1.5 per day on your bid package value for a 90-day period of that bid package. There are different fees that are coming in for this, different things that are happening that will greatly assure the money's there to do it. Again, remember what I said? Can't pay it off if it's not in. And that's what we're really focused on. We have to make sure it's there because it's going out to you every day, every minute of the day. Okay. Revenue source 5. So in the matrix, remember we talked about that. That's if you you're earning off everybody that's in your matrix. So if you had 10,000 people that had spilled over below you, that's roughly $100 a day, and that's $3,000 a month. Well, y'all know that numbers are growing pretty good right now. So we already have some folks that are going to exceed that number as we're launching. In fact, we're going to have several people that are going to exceed that number as we go. Revenue.
What number?
Revenue number 6. Let me get this muted again here, guys. There we go. So revenue number 6. This is something I've talked to a few people and I haven't really spent a lot of time on it, but we're going to be opening up once we get going. It's probably going to be sometime in July. I'm sorry for the delays, but we're going to give members an ability to actually get NFTs from us, and they're going to be able to have them on there on our chain. And so why is that kind of neat? Well, let's assume that you have a 100 NFT collection, and let's just assume that you're earning 10% on each one of those. And they're trading a few times a day, the way it'll work out. That could be another $100, $200, $500 a day, separate and above from all these. And again, remember, you own those NFTs. You own that smart contract. I was talking to someone on the phone the other day, and they said, well, gee, if I had 100 NFTs and it's like income producing, and it was generating me $1,000 a day, $30,000 a month. He says, that's something I could actually sell. And I said, yeah, you actually could. I said, if somebody's wanting to buy it, I said, it has value in it. It's like income producing real estate, at $30,000 a month. I mean, that's $360,000 a year income producing. In theory, that has roughly about a $1 million value. I didn't know if you realize that or not. I mean, that's revenue source 6. And again, because we're putting it in the metaverse, this is something that is going to be long-term sustainable. Okay. I want to go on to one more thing, revenue 7 here. I have been asked by a lot of people that said, look, I'd like to get some shares. I didn't qualify for this program or this contest or whatever. I cannot afford $5,000. And I've told them, I said, look, guys, it creates a huge nightmare for Typhoon to manage and do all this when it comes time of acquisition, which should be towards the end of third quarter, first of fourth quarter of this year for acquisition. And so I actually talked to some folks and said, could we automate this? Could we do a mail merge in the document? Does anybody that has shares that's on this call, they know that we always send out a PPM. They have to sign to it and everything else. And how can we do it and then be able to download that information into a CSV file and populate this large spreadsheet that we can hand to them so they can in turn take that data, import it into a program and automate the process of reaching out to everybody at time of acquisition. And I said, you know what, we could do it. So what we did is we said, let's do this. Revenue 7. We're gonna do this now. Again, guys, I hate this term, but can't save every puppy in the pound. It will be for a limited basis. It will be until they run out. We're going to take the Form D and modify it. And in modifying that, because we're going to be giving away a lot of shares, we're still going to have different programs we're going to do and everything like that. We're going to modify it from the 5 to the 35% of the total offering. We registered 40 million shares, which means that at this point in time, let's say it'd be 7 to be about 14 million shares we're going to put out there in the offering like that. But the value of these, we have told people should be somewhere around 375. So I want to kind of go over that again so you understand the logic in this, because a lot of times people throw numbers out there and it doesn't make any sense. It sounds like a lot of hype, and this is not hype. So here's the logic in that, guys. If you have 200,000 people, and we're shooting to get way more than that, at an average of a $2,000 a month bid package, that's $400 million a month gross, not net, gross. Now, when you take that gross number, use your valuation, and I've talked to many people in this arena, they said it's about 3 times. That means it's about 15 billion. If you take that 15 billion and you work the numbers backwards, you're going to find out that share price comes in around 375. So what does that do for you if you have the 400 shares? The 400 shares turns it into about $150,000 for $1,000. So this is something that we could do for people. And again, it's going to be serialized. We've got to get the system to do it. I spoke to John about it today, John Austin. He thought it was a great idea. I've talked to a few other people today. They thought it was a great idea. And this just allows the people that say, look, I don't have a lot of money, but I would sure like to have a big win this year. This is actually paid out through the Typhoon Capital. So during the acquisition, they're going to handle all that and everything. And the reason we're going to have all the information, because you'll actually be giving them instructions on where you want it sent. It won't come in a cashier's check. It would come as a wire to your account. So you would have to give them that information. They would do it. So at the time, you'll probably know 6-8 weeks ahead where it's at, what the deal is, because they'll be doing their due diligence, getting everything lined up. No different than when Elon Musk was buying Twitter and he had made his offer of like, $44 billion. They had to go and reach out to everybody that had shares, like Dorsey had shares and a bunch of other people. And, they instantly took in millions, if not billions of dollars because of that acquisition. And it's going to be the same situation right now, where we've identified really about 4 groups right now that have a very strong interest in this. And as we get going closer and closer and closer, and the numbers grow, and everybody on this call, you're going to have a key role in helping us grow these numbers. I was meeting with different people over the weekend. Monday had a group, a gentleman that came by here today that actually my house brought a young lady from Puerto Rico, and she was in a prior program that did something like this, and she was very excited. I believe she's actually getting in tonight. So there's a lot of these things happening right now. People are seeing it and they're getting very, very excited about it. So really quickly, a little housekeeping. I want everybody to look at this right now. We've had a lot of people contact us and say, hey, my money that I sent to the wallet is not showing up. Now you see all these pendings like 37,000 and 36,000 and 38,000. They're still having to do something on their end. They're still needing to initiate from the other wallet to send it in. And they keep contacting saying, it's not showing up. Well, of course not. They haven't initiated it from the other side to do it. So I wanted you to realize that. In fact, when I saw the 320, I went, wow, people are getting really, really serious about this right now. And so if you think for 1 minute that we're not going to be doing that 400 million a month, I guarantee it's probably going to be more than that pretty quickly. So once this thing launches, because of where you're at, this is going to be incredible. The money is going to be incredible for you. But if you're on this call and you recognize some of these numbers as yours, please get back to your original wallet that you're sending it from over to here and follow through and do what you need to do on that, because it'll never get out of that pending status unless you do that. Okay. So that being said, guys, get back with the person that brought you in here. You know, there's a lot of you guys came in through a few, you know, I'd say 5 or 6 people that are on this call right now, but get back with them, see what you need to do. On the $1,000 share deal program that we're doing, where you get 400 shares, we're not going to do that manually. It's just going to be too cumbersome. We're going to do that as soon as we have it built in there. It'll probably be in your back end, and you'll see a link there. We'll let everybody know. And if you want to take advantage of it, you can actually do that right through your wallet. So you don't have to go out and get a cashier check. You don't have to do a wire. You don't have to do anything else. You do it right through your wallet, and that'll make it very simple. And it's all going to be electronic. It's going to come to you that way. The only thing that's going to happen is we're going to get a PDF copy here, and we're going to load it up. Actually, it's going to be a Word doc. We're going to load it up in DocuSign and send it to you, because we still have to get that electronic signature on there on that PPM to issue those shares and everything. But other than that, once we do that, the shares are going to come to you electronically like that. It's going to have that unique stamp on it, and it's all going to be validated. And again, it's all going to be in that spreadsheet. It's going to go to Typhoon, and once we go to acquisition, they're going to probably send you out a quick form that you need to fill out, and it's going to be electronic because you cannot import all this stuff. You cannot do those kind of numbers like this. You have to automate it to some degree, or we would be going for months trying to get all this cleared up. We don't want to do that. I think you, like everyone else, would like to get paid sooner than later. We want to get it done, and we want to get this thing over to the metaverse and going. So other than that, guys, I want to thank you for coming on here. I'm very excited. I think we have a super team here right now. And like I said, this is being recorded. I'm going to, after this call, shoot it over to Christian, let her load it up. We were going to try to get the stream, and I apologize. I haven't done that in the past. That's something that Christian and Hector and all of them have done. And I just want to kind of get this out there and going. So let me see real quickly who we got here. And if I can unmute somebody really fast, I want to give John, if you're on here. John told me he was having, I think, an electrical storm or something was going on with him right then, and he didn't know if he's going to be able to make it or not. I'm just seeing if he made it or not.
Can you hear me, Robert?
No, you're there. You're there. Great.
Okay.
You didn't get
I'm on a data feed, so it's not a very good connection, but great call. Let me tell you, every day I just get more and more excited. You know, I saw the vision of this right from the beginning, you know, and it was because of what I saw happen, you know, 10 years ago with another penny auction that did something very similar. But this is like that program on steroids. And believe me, this is going to suck the oxygen out of so many other programs that people are doing and are excited about right now. Pretty soon, all they're going to hear is NFT rewards, NFT rewards, NFT rewards. And the reason is because everybody who participates makes money. You know, and where have you ever found a program that everybody makes money? It's, you know, I've only seen it once in my lifetime. So I'm telling you, when you know, you're just talking about the money, it's one thing to talk about projections. You know, maybe, you know, you could probably do this or probably do that. You know, that's one thing. But when you can tell somebody, hey, I'm making money, and it really doesn't matter how much, because it's going to depend on, you know, what you've done, how much money you've put into it personally, how many people you referred, how big your downline is growing. That's, you know, that's going to be what makes the difference for you or anybody else. But even if you put in $100 and you're making, you know, say 33%, 133% back, that's pretty incredible. People, you know, they catch on very quickly. They'll realize, hey, if I want to make more money, I just have to do a little bit more. So I'm telling you, folks, you're at the right place at the right time. And if you just, you know, put your head down and go to work and start sharing this with as many people as you can, it's going to be absolutely incredible. You've never seen a program like this. If you weren't, you know, there 10 years ago and actually saw what happened, you just can't believe it. So, you know, just at least, you know, get in there and get a bid package so that you actually see the system work, because until you know that it works, it's kind of hard to go out there and share it with enthusiasm. So, you know, do the basics, you know, get signed up, get your wallet set up, get your wallet funded, and buy at least, you know, one bid package to start, and then go out and share this with a few people, and it's going to be magic. Back to you, Robert.
Hey, thank you. You know what, John, as I was talking, I shared with you today about something that was really kind of incredible. And I forgot to tell you guys about this. If y'all have probably noticed, we could do better on our support. and the funny thing is that we've been looking for a solution on that. And I actually, a good buddy of mine that owns a payment gateway, like if you have a traditional business and you accept Visa and MasterCard, he has a company where, you know, it all goes through his payment gateway. And he was telling me, he said, I just hired 5 new employees and I'm paying $20 a month for them, and I have no 941 exposure. And for anybody that's not in business, 941 is your payroll contribution on their taxes and everything. And I said, okay, I'll bite. And he said he found this company that has a phone room, and they're using Chat GPT, and they have this where it, like, you know, does the voice and everything else. He says, but it sounds real. And I go, really? He goes, yeah, it's real. And what you do is you load this thing up and it learns. And he says, and it does inbound customer support. And he says, and it can do inbound, you know, chat stuff, you know, with doing. I said, you got to be kidding me. He goes, yeah, and it's like $20 a month. I said, so I could have like 100 seats so that 24/7, there's 100 seats available. He goes, exactly. And I said, no one would ever have to wait for support. And he goes, that's right. And I said, and as we run across little things that need to be fixed or whatever, we just update it or whatever. He says, but this thing just runs. And he says, and they'll never know that it's not a real person responding to him and answering, whether it's on the phone or anything. He said, it sounds so real. I've actually booked a demo to go through it tomorrow. I want to check this out. If it's what I think it is, as soon as I can, we're going to set this up. We're going to set up a way that y'all can reach. There'll probably be different toll-free numbers and international numbers and everything else the way we'll do it, which obviously will work out to more than $20 a month. But it'll all funnel into the system. And I think everybody's going to have that really feel good deal that they could have somebody sign up. If they have questions, this artificial intelligence will walk you through the process. And I thought that is really cool. That would be a game changer. So I have high hopes for it. It's amazing what technology does right now. And if this comes out like I'm hoping it will, I can't wait to have you guys try it. Even if you don't have a support problem, I think you ought to try it because that would be just that kind of cool. So anyhow, I just had to tell him about that, John. I thought that was kind of neat. So John, everybody, I want to thank you for coming on. We're going to end it. And as soon as I download this recording, I'm going to get it over to Christian and ask her to post it up there for everybody. So everybody, thanks for joining us. And we will be putting more and more information out there. Get back with your people. This is an exciting time. It's really going to explode right now. And last, I want to thank everybody for your patience over the last few weeks. The beta testers have really been working over the developers. All they've done is made it a better place, getting everything worked out. And I'd really get it worked out now than when the auction is live and all those problems in. So thanks everybody for understanding. Talk to y'all soon.